Hello, my neighbors. Welcome back. My name is Emelda Chinecherem Ani, and I'm a psychologist. A psychologist who is your neighbor. Okay, today I want to talk about the mind. You've been hearing about the mind, or at some point you're wondering, how does this mind even? What is even the mind? How does the mind affect you as a human being? Okay, so that's basically what we're going to talk about today. We'll be right back. All right. So, what is the mind? The mind is your ability to make decision, your ability to make um, good use of your thoughts, ability to think rational thoughts, feel things. Is the mind that controls them. Let me bring it down. Let me make it maybe in a way that we can easily relate to it and understand it. Consider the computer, right? The computer has hardware and software, while the processor works inside to, drive the activities of the computer. There is hardware, the one containing all the keyboard and all. So the brain is like the keyboard of the computer, and the holistic monitor and all, like your laptop. The brain is like the laptop that you can see. Whereas the mind is the internal processes, things that make things happen. So as the brain is controlling the activities of the body, as the brain is sending information to different parts of the body, and the brain is collecting information from different parts of the body, it is the mind that does the processing. So your mind is the seat of intellectual knowledge. That is the things that you learned in school, those things that you read in books. They are the ones in charge of intellectuals. The mind is in charge of your emotions. The mind is in charge of your thoughts. Okay, the things that you think. So basically, your mind is the ability, what makes you who you are. What happens in your mind is what makes you who you are. Because it's from what you have in your mind that proceeds your actions, your words, and the things that happen. But remember that the mind, just like the computer, garbage in, garbage out, which is what the mind receives that it works with. Do you understand that? It's what the mind receives that it works with. So if your mind does not have anything, internal structures or things that are within it to work with, any raw materials that you've given it, it won't have what to work with. For instance, if you don't know anything about um designing, you cannot talk about, like, when they are communicating about designing and people are talking about proportion, this that, alignment, centralize it, align it to the right, to the left, you won't understand what to do or what they are talking about. Do you know why? Because you've not fed your mind with the information it needs to be a designer. I don't know whether you understand me. So basically, your mind is what stores up knowledge for you, and what determines what you say, how you feel, and the things that you do. Do you get that? I believe that you get that. All right. So there are three compartments of the mind. The first one is the conscious mind. Okay. The second one is your conscious mind. And the third one is the subconscious mind. In fact, to group it in a way that it is more reasonable, there is a conscious mind, there is a subconscious mind, and there is the unconscious mind. If you are just joining us and you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe to this channel, please. Just click on the red button, turn on the notification bell, and voila! Let's talk about the conscious mind. The conscious mind is the active mind. It's called the active mind. That is the one that you are using at every point in time. How are you able to know that you don't drink water from your nose, that you drink it from your mouth? It's the active mind that tells you that drink water. The active mind tells you you're thirsty. Then what to do is to drink water. If you want to, walk, the active mind is what tells you that you should take the first step, your right first, that you don't walk with your two legs. That's what the active mind, it is in control of your current activities, your current feeling, your current, what is that at the moment. If somebody tells you you are stupid, it's the active mind that tells you that this statement is derogatory, that this statement is an insult. Okay, so it's your active mind that does that. Your active mind is the reason why you can actually talk. The reason I'm telling you this now is because my mind is active. It's in control of my thoughts. It checks the right words to come out after the name. Like, it chooses which word comes after each one. Okay, so it is your active mind that is in charge of your awareness, your consciousness. The fact that you know what is happening in your environment is your active mind. The fact that you can respond to what is happening in your environment is your conscious mind. But there is nothing about the conscious mind, and that is the fact that the conscious mind doesn't know how to retain information for a very long time. It's just like the short-term memory. It doesn't retain information for the long. It doesn't even last long. Information they just comes and then goes to another level, which is the subconscious. The subconscious mind is called the preconscious. It's called the preconscious mind. That is the pre, now something preceding the active, something coming before the active mind. You remember I told you that the conscious mind is what? Is the active mind, the one that is in control of the consciousness and awareness. But the subconscious is what tells the conscious mind, what interprets the information that the conscious mind is bringing in. It is the one that collects the information that the mind cannot hold, the conscious mind cannot hold. It is the subconscious that collects the information. So the subconscious mind contains about 60% of all the things in your mind. In fact, it is 60% of the mind, the subconscious. The subconscious is the one that tells the mind, okay, you've been exposed to this kind of information before. In this situation, this is what you should do. For instance, you see an elder and you greet the elder. It is your active mind that greets the elder, okay? But it's your subconscious that tells you that as you were growing up, when you see elders, when your parents saw elders, they greeted them. So you are expected to greet this person. So your active mind now carries out the information that the subconscious has brought to you. To what? To respond to the situation. So your subconscious is the one that brings up all the activities, information that you need to have a rational, active mind. I hope I'm not confusing you. It looks like it's broad, but really I want to simplify it in a way that you don't understand. But if you have any confusion about it, just you know what to do in the comment section. Okay. All right. The third one is the unconscious mind. The unconscious mind is the one that is they actually call it the propeller of dreams, the creator of dreams. It creates dreams. It's the one that's in charge of the time that you are not conscious. Okay. Remember I said the subconscious is preconscious. That is, both of them are almost nearly aware. But the unconscious is one that actually comes up when you are not aware. And the unconscious is the one that collects pieces of information, maybe from your daily activities, from the things that you do, and join them together. That is why you're able to dream. When you sleep, you dream. It's the unconscious mind that the information it has collected maybe during the day. For instance, you thought about somebody during the day, and in your dream at night you are seeing them. You are seeing those things. That's the work of the unconscious. But the unconscious is not totally unconscious per se, in the sense of unconscious. It's also an active mind, but it's not as active as the conscious and the subconscious. They only have their own time of operation. Have you ever been in a situation where you were talking with someone, or you were just sitting down, and all of a sudden you are out, like you just started gazing on something, you're just lost. You are there, your mind is telling you that, girl, you're lost, but you can't even bring yourself back. I don't know that you've been in that situation. You are looking, you're just looking at something, and somebody will be wondering, why are you staring at me? Why are you staring at me? And people don't know that you're not even staring, that you're thinking about something. It's your unconscious at that time trying to play up some information that are within. If you check very well, I want you to begin to check it from today. If you check very well, you know that there is something happening inside. There are informations that are coming up at that point in time. Probably you were planning an event. Okay, you now begin to think about that event, whereas you were talking to somebody a few minutes ago. That's the work of the unconscious. It brings up things that you thought you have forgotten about, or things that you have studied so much about that it now goes beyond the subconscious into the unconscious. I hope you get it. Okay, so that's it about the compartments of the mind, the three parts of the mind. Thank you very much again. See you in the next